done with this topic. Going over it again and again and again. It's a slide. Now, how many times have I told you that translation being a slide is going to be a test question? And it will not be a multiple choice. So, all right. 2 units right. What does 2 units right mean? X plus 2. What does 4 units up mean? So what would that rule look like? If I asked you to write the rule? Okay. Anybody want to go up and do the actual translation? You don't have to give me points. Just write 2 up 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No? Too easy. U prime. F 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. F prime. Y 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y prime. Yes? All right, I want to see number 2 done, please. Dos. Oh, wait now. This Graham has it wrong. I thought 2 was a translation also. 2 is a reflection. Miss Grandma's wrong. I thought 2 was a translation also. So let's do the reflection together. If I'm reflecting across the y-axis, what does that rule look like? X comma y. Who stays the same when I reflect across y? If I reflect across y stays the same. If I reflect across x stays the same. Y stays the same. Whatever I'm going to go across, that's who's going to stay the same. So that means I have negative x, the opposite of x, comma, y. So if I'm at this origin right here, and I'm looking at v, how far is v to the left? So if I'm going to flip across here, that means I got to go right instead of left. So I got to go 3 to the v prime. Okay, what about C? C is how many to the left? So how many to the right? C prime. E is 2 left. E prime is 2 right. S is 5 left. So S prime. And notice, guys, every point, let me get a ruler here. Every point went directly across. Y stays the same. So it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. every point went directly across from itself, right? All right, so a test question, tell me what is, using your rule, let's do S. S is, what coordinate do we have for S? All right, now apply your rule to it. The opposite of X would mean S prime has to be a positive 5, right? And Y stays the same. So that's a negative 2. All right, I'm going to leave you working on 3. You're going across the x-axis. Hand up if you get stuck. Pick a point on 3 and give me the new coordinates. Pick a point, I don't care which one you pick, on 3 and give me the new coordinates. So that means that it's going to flip over, just right over. Go straight up. So S, and that's going to be on the top line, right? You went over this axis, right? And that is, oh, you're supposed to go over. Okay, perfect. You're flipping over this axis, right? Because it says the x-axis. So if this is 1 down, then you need to go 1 up. Okay, looking pretty good. What would my rule look like for reflecting? Who stole my glasses? Here we go. What would my rule look like for reflecting across the x-axis? If I'm going across the x-axis, x stays the same. So x comma y, arrow. X stays the same, the opposite of y. Since G, I'm flipping over this axis, so that means I got to start one way and flip over the next. You've got to actually flip it over. I still see a few people sliding. You should have this from Friday or Thursday if you don't get one. But that means since G is 1 down, you're going to go 1 up. So G prime. Q, 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 up. Q prime. S, 3 down, S prime, 3 up. You see how the segment QS is on the bottom on this one and now it's on the top? Yes, ma'am. I love that. Yes. If you folded that paper over, it would be on that side, right? Yes. That's a good way of looking at it.
That's actually how I do it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my head, I think about whatever I'm flipping over. And I just think about if I flip that over, where would the dots be if I flipped it back? If I flipped it over and traced it and then flipped it back, that's how I work it in my head.
Good. All right. Maybe you need to look at some notes. And I've had one person send me a chart. And I said, make up a chart of rules. Can anybody tell me what the rule is for a rotation of 180? Do I swap X and Y? For a 180, there you go. Negative the opposite of X and the opposite of Y. They stay in their place. X stays first. Just opposite signs on both, right? So, L. Now, I don't know about you. If I do a translation, I can count up and right. If I do a reflection, I can say, okay, this is 3 left, so this has to be 3 right. I can't do that on a rotation, okay? On a rotation, I will make a mistake every time. So I have to look at those points, and I need to do that by numbers. I need to say, okay, L, what is the coordinate L? Left 2. So -2, -1. So L prime, what's the opposite of -2? And what's the opposite of -1? Okay, so L prime is right 2, up 1. Which way should we go? Should we go to G or B? B? All right, so help me out. What are the coordinates for B? Okay, good. We know that it's in quadrant 3, so we know everybody's negative. So B prime, what's the opposite of -3? And again, opposite of -3 is, so I got to go right 3 and up 3. There's my B prime. Please make sure you are labeling. Anybody go up and do G for me? Fine. C. What quadrant are we in C? And I know X is and Y is positive, right? So, C. No. X is positive. Y is negative. Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right.
Might not be perfect.
2 and -3. So C prime. Does everybody, and here is where my sympathy level just goes, because I'm asking this question and I have nobody answering. Do you understand where I'm getting these numbers from? Are these numbers making sense? If they're not, we need to discuss it. I will discuss it all day long, but if you don't say anything, what's there for me to discuss? All right, opposite of 2. -2. Opposite of -3. So C prime, left 2. All right, last one, G. 2, -2. Good job. So left 2, up 2. All right. Connect. I am going to start you with the rule for 270. 270 counterclockwise. What does that make for what kind of 270 is a counterclockwise 270? That's positive, right? What? Well, it sounds like a problem. Okay, so 270 counterclockwise is positive. And we got to remember, means that I'm going from noon to 9 to 6 to 3 to noon, right? I got to go back this way. Can anybody tell me that rule for 270, positive 270? Perfect. Opposite, what? Flip. Y comes first. The number stays the same, but it comes first. Like everybody said, opposite of X. Miss Graham's going to wake up at some point. All right. Do the same process.
Hey,
Pick a
guys,
point and
that's
apply
one of
it to the
those-
rule.
That's one of those hard to remember rules that you might want to circle in your notes so that if you're using your notes at some point, you know it. That's one of those flag notes.
Mr. Tanton, they've all been told they can make up a chart of rules and email it, and I'll print it out.
I would write that one
Make
down,
up
'cause
all
I would
of your
forget
rules.
that. I would write that down.
Put
and have
example
that on the chart.
problems on it.
That's what I would.
Start with your coordinates and plug your coordinates into your rule and get your new ones.
First, you write down what it is now. So J is where? So then your rule means J prime. So we're now going to write the coordinates. So don't worry about that. Just leave it there. Ain't bothering you. So you're just going to write the black coordinates first. You got this.
If you get stuck, hand up. Oh, I don't know. Let's say it's Y, since the Y is the top of the Y-axis.
First, just pick one. Which one do you want to work on? J. All right, so let's label where J is now. changing or anything. And then whatever your x was is gonna become a negative. So that 3 becomes a negative 3. And now you just plot this new thing. There you go. And label that one J prime. And then you just need to repeat that process for the other 2 points. That's it.
Whatever point you get, the y goes first and the opposite of the x goes second.
And where I would get lazy is I'd plot 2 and then think I could guess that last one and then go the wrong way.
I can't plot these as many years as I cannot go and move that shape. I know what direction. I will make a mistake every time if I try to just do it without the coordinate points.
Thank you.
All right, what is the coordinate point for J here? 3, 3. So if J is 3, 3, then J prime. So right 3, down 3. J prime, right? What about Y? Or whatever this is up here. I don't know what it is. So on this one, what's the Y coordinates? So the opposite of Y goes first. -5. Everybody, you're going to have to come up and do this before, because I just keep messing it up.
I was going to say that didn't look right.
I just keep messing it up today. You want to write for me? Yes.
Do a thing in my code classes where when I make a mistake, they catch me. They get like a homework pass or different stuff like that.
Well, we have one dropout, but we made a deal this morning. If people stand with me and say the pledge this week and say the pledge this week, I'll bring cupcakes on Thursday. So make sure you're here on Thursday.
Yes, it is.
Well, you won't get one, so I'm glad you don't think it's worth it. Because I'm going to eat yours hot.
Yeah.
Just a cupcake. How many do we get?
Huh?
How many cupcakes?
You don't get any. You didn't
I know,
stand
I'm
up.
just saying, like, all. From all. I'm just saying, how many will we get? How many will we get? No, I'm serious. How many will we get?
That depends.
I see a successful career in criminal
Negotiation.
Negotiational law.
If we only get one, that's not worth it.
Okay, finance. Finance is
It's technically, if we get one, it's not worth it.
I don't know. I was going to ask you,
But if
what
we
do
get
you
one-
like? Now, I know I have vanilla and chocolate cake mixes. Sometimes I kind of swirl them together. But I also have some red velvet cake mixes.
That-
Oh,
Very good.
Red velvet.
Well,
Red velvet is the best.
All right.
She did just right.
This is perfect. -2, 3. Left 2, up 3. There's R. -2, 3. The can't even say it right.
Opposite.
All right, Y goes first. So 3 moved over to the X place. The opposite of X goes second. All right, who can remember from last week? What do we do on dilation? Multiply every number by 5, right? So we really need our coordinates on this one.
That's my plan. Now I'm gonna forget to text.
Hey, Michelle,
Hmm?
so we're gonna have cookies. We should also have
No. We can have a movie on Friday. How about that?
This Friday?
Yeah, you gotta be
Friday.
here.
Yeah.
Friday.
We're not gonna be here Friday.
Oh, well.
I'll come to school watching.
Okay, so what about this movie? Keep going.
She'll watch it. She'll watch
Stand
it.
and deliver on Friday. I'll play it. All right.
On a Google.
Dilation of 5 means you have to multiply every number by 5, right? Whatever I give you, whatever scale factor. So, what is G? So, G prime. Don't move anybody around. Just multiply them by 5. What's 5 times 0?
0.
And 5 times 1? All right, take off. Y is a hard one, so be real careful.
It's 0.
What's X prime? And Y prime?
0.
So Y prime, 5, 5. Okay. All right, do not forget 2 major grades this week. Let's pull up our Chromebooks and get wrapped up on our Desmos that we were working on. Some of you finished it. Oh, it's not on my paper because we did it on the overlay on the boards. Use what is this thing doing? Use Abby's. Mm-hmm. All right, did we get 1 done? Didn't we get 1 done in class?
Yes.
So everybody should have their 1 done. Anybody have a problem with 1 yet? Get rid of those, or I'm going to have them today. All right, what about 2? What is the rule right there? X comma Y. And I don't care if you make an arrow or not. You could just put some spaces in. What do we have to type for X? 3 units left. What axis runs left and right? X. So what are the numbers doing if you're going left? Are they getting smaller? So what do we do to X if we're going 3 units left? X minus 3, right? Okay, comma. Y. 2 units down. Y minus 2. All right. 3 left, 2 down. I'm going to start with this one. There's going to be one that's going to have to be done twice, right? So we can keep the shape closed. 1, 2, 3, and 2 down. Three left and 2 down. 1, 2, 3, down 2. And that's going to be the one. I got to put one right on top of that. All right, now count this one out. One, whoop, not the red. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yes, ma'am. All right, work on. Didn't we get 3? Up in your room or at the conference?
It should be at the conference room unless they change that. How about Thursday?
Okay. You will probably have to remind me,
I
but
will, I will
yes.
send you an email in the morning.
Okay. Sure, no problem. No problem. All right, where are we at on 3? Does everybody have 3 done? What do we got on? Huh? Get one of mine? Oh. Who all has one of mine? Okay. Who else? Did I? Okay. All right. Number 3. Reflect the image across the y-axis. Look at the paper we just did. If you don't have it in your notes, absolutely anywhere, look at the paper we just did. What is the rule for reflecting across y? And y stays the same, right? That down. That's why everybody keeps moving around. Okay, so I am going over the y-axis. Where's your Chromebook? So you're just going to sit there and do nothing. Even though you know this is a grade. All right, well, that's your choice. All right, 2 left. So we need to take this to 0. Come on, you. Go to that y-axis and go 2 to the right. Ah, it's not going. Up at top, that's 3 left. So go to the y-axis and go 3 to the right. 5 left. 5 right. Yes or no? All right, 4.
What day did you put this in?
It should be in your Google Classroom right at the top. Excuse me. Saying rotations. Okay. Looking at 4. We're going across the x-axis. So tell me that rule for the x-axis.
-1.
If I'm going across the x-axis, x stays the same. So it's x negative y. This is my x-axis, so if this point is 1 down, it's got to come 1 up. This point is 1, 2, 3, 4 up, so it's got to come 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And I got to go get its matching point there. 2 up. You got to come 2 down. Now, I'm not talking about just that problem. Do you understand what and how, and can you do it on your own? I mean, if you choose to not try, guys, there's just nothing I can do. I just can't. I don't know. All right, rotation 270 counterclockwise. We just did this one. Maybe Miss Graham can get it right. If not, Arabeth will get her straight. All right. What is this point right here? Okay, so let's put that in. 2, comma, -2. So y goes first. So what do I put in first? -2, comma, opposite of x. My x is 2, -2. All right, so that means I'm going to move this green point over here to quadrant 3 to -2. All right, what about this point? What's that one right there? X is 5, y is negative. Whoa. So what should I write for my prime?
-5.
Oh,
Negative.
-1, comma. Yes? I don't care about this problem. What I care about is, can you do the next problem on your own?
It's supposed to be -1.
Y first. So the -1 comes first because y goes first, right? And then the opposite of x. X is 5. So that's -5.
Wouldn't that be like going down there? -5.
Y'all, it's a good thing y'all are here. Miss Graham, you gotta wake up today. Good job. All right, number 6. Not 7. 6. 90 degrees counterclockwise. Positive 90. Anybody help me with the rule? Yes? All right, this time we have 3 points. What point do you want to do first? Okay, so -2. So opposite of y goes first. My y is -2. So what's the opposite of -2? X goes second. Don't change it. Stays the same. So 2, -2. What quadrant is 2, -2 in? All right, we have -5, -4. What should that be? Opposite of y goes first. And x goes second, so 4, -5, right? Right 4, down 5. All right, last point. What is this point right here? -3. Okay. Opposite of y goes first. So y is a -4. I need to put in a +4. And x goes second. So -3. 4, -3. Yes? We got 3 more. Did we do 7? All right, well tell me the rule for 270 clockwise. Because -270 is the same thing as a +90, right? You both end up going 3 this way and 1 this way. You're getting to the same point. So -yx. All right. How are we doing on time? We're about out of time. 8 or 9? 7, 8, or 9. I'm going to complete one more. Finishing up 7. Okay, so that's going to leave you with 8 and 9, and you're going to get counted wrong if it's not done. What's my top one? Everybody's up here in quadrant 1, so I know everybody is positive, right? So I have 3, 4. Opposite of y goes first. What's the opposite of 4? And x goes second. -4, Positive 3. Left 4, up 3. Gonna bring them both over. How about this one right here? What's this point?
This,
Yours is done. Okay. So opposite of y is going to be what number? Comma 5. So left 1 and up 5. Remember, guys, it is spinning. So if I'm spinning and my thumb is down, when I spin, my thumb needs to come up, right? So then my last one, 2, 2. Negative 2, 2. Yes, sir? Yours doesn't have a triangle. You got that one you have to do twice at 1, 5. All right, make sure by the end of day 8 and 9 are done. What do you do with the scale factor of 2? Multiply by 2. Don't lose your paper we did on here.